Hello everyone, this is Babamots. Welcome to some more Homeworlds commentary. This time I've got Amnykon and SimonNaar. Both really strong players. Simon's been playing longer, but Amnykon's had really impressive success lately, dominated the arena for a long time. Let's see what happens. Amnykon going first, large yellow Gemini. Simon takes a red, what do we call these things? Goldilocks. Amnykon trades for red right away, not the blue, which would have accelerated the blue economy to mediums very quickly. And Simon also passing up the blues, going for the yellow. Interesting. I feel like this game is giving me deja vu. I think I casted a similar game recently, but I checked. I made a spreadsheet, and I'm going to try very hard not to repeat casts anymore. I've repeated a few recently. All right, what happens now? Amnykon keeps building red. Simon takes another yellow. Sticking with their original color. Okay, they've each exhausted one of the colors of the other's home star. Amnykon moves out to a medium. Medium is the size that's connected to both homeworlds. Simon has to move out to a medium. Both picking green. I think green makes sense. You want to be able to keep building. Now there's an interesting move. Is it a good time to attack with the mothership? Well, if Simon doesn't run away, Amnykon can capture, but I mean, obviously I think Simon will run away. And then Amnykon can continue building in their colony, but not at home. I don't think I like this. Amnykon would have to spread out their... I feel like what Amnykon should be looking at is maybe... maybe this isn't too bad. Build... maybe it gains them a tempo. What I see is Amnykon builds a medium red in Altair, spreads out their reds at home, and then sacrifices the G3 to gobble up a bunch of the reds and have a mothership again and be in pretty good shape. I don't know if Simon has time to mess with that plan, especially when Simon has to use a turn running away. Okay, Amnykon decided not to do that anyway. I think this is a lot safer. Just threaten right where Simon already is. Okay, Simon moving to a new colony. Small star still connected to Amnykon's home. And Simon, yes, Simon sort of lost a beat there by having to run away, but picking up the medium as well. Amnykon goes for the shopping spree. Cleans up all the red except for one. And, well, no, they decide they like the medium trade. I don't know. I'm kind of divided. It's pretty tough to be without yellow, but I think it can be even tougher to be without red. I think I might have hogged the red instead. Okay, Simon's spreading out. Simon's ready for a true shopping spree, cleaning out the rest of the yellows. But Amnykon comes to interfere. Simon needs to get some red before too long here. Does Amnykon continue to chase? No. Well, they might take this back. I don't know that I like this. If Amnykon does this, Simon won't get a red. Simon would have to trade their mothership for a red, and I don't Amnykon would blow it up. But I think Simon here might be better off with the... No, okay, Simon doesn't want to do the yellow shopping spree either because Amnykon does have one yellow, and they could come up with the overpopulation at home. Or, of course, if Simon didn't rebuild a large ship at home, then Amnykon comes in with a medium that's bigger than Simon's remaining two smalls and wins that way. Okay, Simon taking the slow building route. Okay, Amnykon loses their only yellow, but blows up all of Simon's yellows? Well, thinking about it anyway. Okay, Amnykon trading for green back at home. If I'm Simon, I'd be very tempted to trade my little yellow for the red, both to block Amnykon's large yellow build that they are threatening now that they have a green they could sacrifice for it, and to get myself into the red economy. I guess trading for that little red opens up the large red for Amnykon to build, so that gets rid of Amnykon's danger of being invaded. An interesting move. Simon playing it pretty safe, just building the Y3. Amnykon trying to get back up to larges, I think, and I think they'd better hurry. Okay, does Simon come into Amnykon's home with a red? With a, or rather with the flagship here. Oh, I would. Maybe Simon sees something, but I think I would come into Amnykon's home with the large yellow and look for opportunities to and either trade that yellow for a red or, well, oh, I guess. No, it's too. Okay, yeah, it's too late. Simon's right. If Simon came in with the large yellow now, Simon doesn't have any red at all. Amnykon can build a red even after Simon moves in, and then be prepared to capture the large yellow. Okay, Simon, smarter than me, didn't even try it. They're trading the yellow for blue. Okay, Amnykon's back in business with a mothership again. Okay, Simon, that blue trade, okay, they're not looking to eat up the blues, I don't think. I bet they're going to sacrifice that little blue to trade for a red 3 out here where it's safe to do so. Yep, good. That's strong. Okay, Amnykon wants to get in the blue game. Maybe. Well, I'm sure they'd like to, but building a green, Simon could match that with a medium green, spreading out the yellows instead. Wants the yellow shopping spree, I think. Okay, Amnykon can make little piddly threats like this. Simon doesn't want to sacrifice their R3 for that capture. Simon thinking about the shopping spree anyhow. Do you put 3 yellows together when Amnykon could blow them up with their medium? I don't know. Maybe? I don't think so. No, I would want to keep that separate. If I'm Simon, really, I'd like to move my large. I'd like to get a large yellow that I can move into one of these colonies, sacrifice my R3, and gobble them up. Probably in Betelgeuse rather than Altair, just because Amnykon can fairly cheaply overpopulate Altair once you capture those. No, I would build the large in Electra. Yeah, I want a Y3 that can threaten these colonies. Okay, Simon takes that little yellow. Or Amnykon, yes. Okay, they commit to it. And okay, so does Simon? Simon could build that little red. It would be nice to have a second red, but then Simon can overpopulate it rather cheaply. Oh, trading for red. Yeah, yeah. Okay, that's good. And Simon's still with a large ship advantage by 2, and they're having made that trade. Simon can now um, now has red that they can afford to capture. It might even be worth it to sacrifice the large to capture these guys back. To try to keep yellow out of Amnykon's hands a little more securely. Okay, Amnykon sacrificing the green to get it out of harm's way and increase their yellow holdings. Hmm. Okay. Ooh, that's good. Simon, that trading for this green makes their home look a lot healthier. And it puts that Y3 in the bank. Amnykon. Okay, so Amnykon could sacrifice the green to build it in Deneb, in which case Simon overpopulates cheaply. Or Amnykon could build it in Formalhut, but then Simon wins by moving their 2 reds into Amnykon's home because the green is their only non-red ship. Okay, yep. I like that trade pretty well. Simon's a lot better prepared to build it. Amnykon, yeah, I think the only way to keep it out of reach, I guess Amnykon could have traded one of the smaller yellows to keep the large yellow sort of out of reach, but discovering it as a star is a little more secure. Okay, Simon just taking a little green. Amnykon gets the medium green, therefore. Larges are now open. Are they going to start spreading out and trying to build the traditional way? Yeah. Okay. Simon takes one and doesn't seem to mind that Amnykon gets the other. I'm not positive, but is there a victory for Simon here? No, not quite. So I was thinking that Simon was close to having a double bluebird situation. Say if Simon moves G3 into Amnykon's home, if Amnykon simply captures it, then Simon sacrifices Y3. Does it deserve a whiteboard? You know, I don't actually know whether the whiteboard helps you guys see what I'm thinking about. It kind of helps me keep my thoughts organized. Okay. My thought is Simon moves in the G3, Amnykon captures it, and then Simon sacrifices Y3 to move in red, red, and another green for the win. The trouble is, and I think Amnykon would recognize this, if Simon moves in the G3, Amnykon should sacrifice the R2 in order to perform the capture, to reduce the red concentration and avoid losing if Simon tries that all-out invasion. So that's what I was thinking about, but it doesn't quite work. Okay. Simon now trading in for blue. Let's see if Amnykon matches. No, they're going to use the flagship to invade the colony. That's a good invasion, I think. Except that red may get stranded. Ooh. Yeah, okay. So good on Simon for seeing this. Looks promising anyway. Amnykon can capture this this invading G3, but if Amnykon does capture, I think Simon wins. No, actually, I'm not so sure he does. So back when Simon had a blue, or sorry, had a green in Formal Hut, they could have sacrificed Y3, moved a green into Amnykon's home, overpopulating. So Amnykon takes this green. Simon sacrifices Y3, moves in a green, blows up all the greens, and moves in the Y3. Amnykon then has to, since Simon still has a red, they could capture Amnykon's last remaining home ship, so I think Simon has to reinforce. But since Simon is there with a Y3 first, I think Simon ends up winning. But that was back when Simon had a green close enough. At this point, if Amnykon captures, Simon sacrifices Y3. They could move their G3 in for the overpopulation, and they could move their red 3 in. But I think Amnykon wins the race by sacrificing Y3 to move their R3 into Simon's. Well, the R3 or maybe one of the R2s into Simon. No, it's got to be the R3. It's got to be the R3 into Simon's home, reinforcing with some other ship. Simon can only capture one, whereas Amnykon can sacrifice an R2 to capture both Simon's remaining defending ship and one more ship if they try to reinforce. I think this isn't good. I think this is bad. Okay, and Simon takes it back. So, all right. Thinking about reinforcing their home as they invade. I still don't think this quite. Well, I don't know. It'll be pretty close. All right, they commit to it. Let's see how the chips fall. If I had to guess, it doesn't look like a win, but of course the fact that Simon thought about it and decided to stick with it tells me it probably does work. So let's see what Amnykon comes up with. They're sacrificing a red for the capture. Oh, Okay, yeah, sacrificing the red for the capture to get both that capture and this little guy in Electra. Okay, that would be good. Oh, okay, that's a defense I hadn't thought about. Amnykon could sacrifice the Y2, or even green. Oh no, the green teleport doesn't work. They need to both get rid of this large green and reinforce with a green. With a large. Okay. Ooh, Amnykon doesn't see a way out. Okay. Yeah, let's look at this just another minute. If should we do the thing? Should we do the thing? Okay, I'm gonna copy if I can find my shortcut. Let's switch over to Homeworlds Live. Oh, well. Homeworlds Live is asleep. You guys need to play on Homeworlds Live more often, so it won't go to sleep on me and I can use the sandbox. Yeah, Amnykon captures. Simon sacrifices Y3 to move green once, twice, and move in the red 3. Greens blow up. Amnykon, if they say sacrifice Y2 to reinforce their home with a large, and invade at the same time. If Simon captures the R3, and Simon can only capture one at a time, Amnykon sacrifices R2. Simon sacrifices R2 and captures these guys. Okay, okay. I think we do need. I think we do need the sandbox here. Where is it? Okay. All right. Which is it reversed? I think it's reversed. Okay. Unfortunate. Can we handle this? Okay. So let's say Amnykon simply captures. Okay, let's go ahead and do the sacrifice. Let's take both, just see what happens. Okay. So now Simon's turn, sacrifice for what, 3? Move. Catastrophe, and one more move action. Okay. So Amnykon thinks they can't defend this. They're probably right. Nope, that was not the piece I meant to do. What are we doing? Sacrifice the Y2 to invade with the G3 and reinforce with the R3. Okay, so Amnykon thought that this wouldn't work. Simon's turn. If Simon captures the R3 in Amnykon's home, then Amnykon wins by capturing these guys. Okay, so that's no good. So that's not the response. If Simon could sacrifice the R3, I mean, Simon could capture this guy, but then Amnykon just captures this guy. And that's scary, but Amnykon can trade, and they've got a big material advantage and should come back to win. Okay. I'm not seeing it. All right, well, I'm not going to waste your time too much more. Thank you for watching, and if you see what why Amnykon doesn't have a way out of what's wrong with this? How does Simon respond to this capture? How does Simon win from here? I'm not seeing it. I might be blind, but it's happened before. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. See you next time.